Let's just jump right into it. It's DEGREELESSNESS, episode 10. The
10.
Big double fucking digit.
Diaz.
I'm very proud of us as there's two things that we usually do at the beginning of every episode. One is that I state how proud of us I am that we have continued to this point, and then you act surprised at what episode number we have gotten to.
I mean, it's crazy. 10 episodes. That's a lot. That's like, dude, half a day plus worth of us rambling about shit. You could watch this. You could put this shit on before you go to sleep, and a whole playlist. You'll wake up, and we'll still be howling.
We'll still be talking.
Still be in the thick of it.
For a bunch of insane ADHD heads like us, being
that's
consistent with something that for that long is a very big achievement for us. So
that's inconceivable.
Yeah. So you'll excuse us if we do a
little self-congratulatory back patting.
Yes, exactly. Well said, Bobby. Well said. So
we're excused.
So all that aside, we are here. It is episode 10.
Episode 10 feels good.
Feels good. Feels real good. I'm just gonna take a little sip of my Diet Mountain Dew here to wet the proverbial whistle, as they say.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's been pouring on and off in Chicago. Although for the last few days it's been dry, but for like 2 weeks it was nonstop rain. Apparently there's going to be hurricanes in America. I don't know. Fun little tidbit. Obviously that let's see, 8 days from right now, I will be in LA. Holy shit! Where we will do episode 11. The first live episode, two heads in the stew. Shit's gonna be crazy. I don't know who even knows what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fucking crazy. That's all I know. It's gonna be intense.
Dude, I'm very, very excited to see what sort of effect being in the same room when we record this has on the overall product. I could not be more fucking excited to see what the results of that are gonna be. That's gonna be
oh, me too. It's gonna be weird.
Super exciting. Also, I have another little bit of news in that I think it was the episode where we talk about Philip Mewson has.
Oh God!
We have our first ever comment.
Really?
Yes.
No shit. What did they say?
They said this isn't funny anymore.
Awesome. Yo, shout out to that guy. That's great.
And we also, in addition to that, we got 2 thumbs down. We got 2 dislikes.
That's great.
Dude, that's progress as far as I'm concerned.
What were we even talking about in that episode other than...
Although, to be in the interest of full disclosure, I'm almost entirely positive that the reason that episode got a lofty 30-something views so far is because I put Philip Mewson sucks in the video title.
Oh, when did it air? When did that one air?
I don't think I got around to posting that onto YouTube until like semi-recently. So.
Oh, so that would explain.
Yeah.
Sentiment. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't exactly on time, but when we recorded it, it was relevant. So that's
this is why us being too topical is risky.
I know. It's interesting. I thought about that, right? But then I also thought, well, we can overthink how topical we're being or the content of the show in general, which I think the overall effect would be a detriment to what we're doing if we overthink absolutely anything.
Agreed.
Or what we could do is simply try to be more proactive about posting them online on time.
Right. Yeah, that too. I mean,
I feel like would probably be a simpler and a better suggestion.
The thing is, with that though, it actually played into what we were discussing because we were talking about Dead Cells. I was fucking hard up about Dead Cells, and that had just gone down. So of course we're going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, of course. And I mean, to be completely clear, we make no apologies for absolutely anything.
No, hell no.
We make no apologies for anything,
including the meta nature of this conversation of the podcast, talking about the podcast. I would prefer for this to be on air, like get in the head. I mean, fuck, dude. Hey, have you ever seen Tusk?
Not start to finish because like the Cronenberg sort of body horror, like element of it is it's almost too much for me, dude. It's almost too much.
It is so Cronenberg. Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh god, I mean, as horrifying as it is, it's also a legitimate achievement for that very fucking reason.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is hard to look at in the Human Centipede way.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's bad. Well, I bring this up for two reasons. First, because
I will state
it's on Netflix. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh my God, really?
Say what?
I just said, oh my God, really? I'm surprised. Netflix has been getting it in with some shit.
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix, and the reason I bring that up is because that film was conceived in one of Kevin Smith's podcasts with his fucking boy. They were like joking around about like, what if there was a movie about this, and this, and this, and then they fucking made it.
Man, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Kevin Smith, but I will tell you, for all his missteps, Clerks 2, but dude, Kevin Smith is a total G.
Oh yeah,
Kevin
for sure.
Smith is 100% a G. A lot of missteps. Clerks 2 was very unfortunate.
I didn't even watch it.
Oh my God, you should do yourself a favor and keep it that way.
No, I didn't watch it. Although Tusk gave me hope for him. I haven't seen Yoga Hosers yet. But the next, because that's part of Tusk and Yoga Hosers are two parts of the True North trilogy, which are horror films about Canada. And the third one, which is yet to come out.
Canada?
Real talk, the third one is called Moose Jaws. And the premise is it's Jaws with a moose.
Oh, perfect.
That's the premise.
Absolutely.
It's as high concept as you could be. It's brilliant.
Absolutely. Well, in my mind, Kevin Smith needs no further justification. He made Jersey Girl. God. He made fucking Chasing
Jersey Girl?
Yeah.
I thought that movie was fucking total garbage. I never saw that one.
Yeah, but it's a sweet kind of love story, and my the part of me that loves like cheesy romantic comedies absolutely loves it. Like,
I can't believe that of everything Kevin Smith has done, the first thing you mentioned in his filmography was Jersey Girl.
Yeah, that was an oversight on my part. Perhaps
hysterical.
Perhaps I shouldn't have done. Have done that.
That's how an internet firestorm gets started.
In my own defense, what I probably meant to say first is Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy is one of my very favorite films of all time.
It's very hard to watch, but it is fantastic.
It is extremely hard to watch, and that's one of the reasons that I like it. It's hard to watch in a fun way, not in the way that Tusk is kind of hard to watch, where Tusk makes your dick hurt somehow while you're watching it. I don't know how that's possible, but it really does. But dude, Chasing Amy is just, man, let's. It's like 10 minutes into the podcast and already somehow I'm giving a dissertation on Chasing Amy. So let's cut that off right there.
Dude, Chasing Amy is a sad boys club fucking anthem movie. That's why it's hard to watch.
And that's also why I love it.
Right.
I mean, 17-year-old high school me wearing black eyeliner and like a 9 Inch Nails shirt is in love with that movie and will always be. So thank you, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, no, great movie. I mean, I'm happy he's doing shit like Tusk now.
Yeah, no shit, right? What a great! I feel like stuff like Clerks 2 and shit. That was a necessary part of his journey to get to where he is now, able to bring us things like Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk.
So, Bobby, when we were in the virtual green room just a moment ago, you said that you had a story to tell.
Oh my God, bro.
So please,
I have a
Bobby,
story
I invite you
triumph.
to kick it fucking Masterpiece Theater style and regale us all.
Oh my God. Okay, so as you know, as all of our loyal listeners
who
thinks it's not funny anymore will know by now, I have been playing the Switch exclusively on the small screen, which has been great. But I've wanted an upgrade, and I've been in the market for a TV. But I also, given the fact that I'm so satisfied working on the small screen and I haven't watched a movie on anything.
I already can't wait to see what sort of ridiculous story that you're about to tell involving how you got what I'm sure is some absurdly shitty TV.
No, actually, dude, it is a story of triumph.
Is it really?
Triumph.
Oh shit! I love a good
triumph over adversity and
triumph.
Now there is a piece of this story where the TV attempts to betray me, and yet,
spoiler
still
alert.
I triumph. Still I triumph. There was a moment where this story could have veered into that territory, but instead I took the wheel and veered it back. So, obviously, I'm in the market for a TV. You know, I've got you know, people coming to kick it and shit here. I have to have something more than a laptop to watch stuff on. Okay, so I was in the market. I was looking at TVs. You know, I was browsing Walmart and stuff. It was about like, I could get like a 50 for like $200 sent to a store and like ad shipping and all that. It was like, okay, $200.
Editor's
cool.
note is fucking insane, by the way. A 50-inch flat panel television for $200. What fucking year is this even? That's like high fantasy.
Yeah,
$200 for a
amazing.
50-inch fucking flatty. Good lord. And ladies
Amazing.
and gentlemen, as if we haven't already aged ourselves up enough with all the nonsense that we spew every week, Bobby and I are from an age where when we were first living together many moons ago, Bobby's computer monitor was a 19-inch plastic and glass cube that it took two of us to move around.
Oh yeah. Also, that thing was 21 inches.
It was. I had the 19. You had the 21.
Yeah, it was 21. It was the biggest, like one of the biggest CRT meant for a computer I may have used regularly
But
ever.
shit, I'll tell you, Quake 2 looked fucking sick on that motherfucker.
Oh, it looked sick. So basically, I was like, I need a TV. I love this Switch, but I can't just keep playing it on a small screen. I need something to watch. So, but on Walmart was not hitting my instant gratification because I kept like I was working and I can't get things shipped to my place.
Right.
What are they going to do? Leave the 50-inch thing on the fucking main street in Chicago? No, of course not. So I'm fucked there. So on a whim, I started browsing Craigslist, started sending out some feelers, etc.
Oh,
so the other day, I find some dude who had posted 2 hours earlier. A 55-inch.
Some dude.
A 55-inch. I'm gonna move quickly through the story. 55-inch TV. He's asking $100 for it or best offer, and he's also offering a full surround system for $40. So I was like, $120, I'll take the whole thing off your hands. Ooh. He was like, cool, great. I was like, all right, that's super sick. So I go there, I show up in every internet no-no, and the whole time I was thinking this, I show up at this random apartment with $120 in cash.
Just for sort of like an establishing shot here, what neighborhood of Chicago is this?
South Loop.
That where you show up to this guy's apartment and you're in South Loop.
So it was not anything really bad, but it also I mean it was an apartment building. It wasn't anything bad at all. I mean it was like I don't know, Cermak.
So you're in like the South Loop and shit, like
South
on
Loop,
like
whatever.
18th Street, Cermak, shit like that. We're not talking like 95th in the DRE or anything.
No. I mean, it was okay. But at the same time, I still was like, I easily could get mugged here. This dude could take my money, take my shit. I have my work laptop. This is a bad mistake. So fortunately, as I'm texting the dude to be like, yo, I'm here, the homeboy walks up. He's walking his dog. He's like, yo, are you Bobby? I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, oh, cool. Hey, come on in. I was like, okay, cool. So this dude has a cute dog. He doesn't seem like a creepster. He just seems like Chad Bro Chill. Straight up, dude. Chad Bro Chill, about 30 years old. Like
Chad Bro Chill is usually very safe.
Super safe Chad Bro Chill. I can tell he was way more scared of me than I was of him. Because I'm there.
That's always a good time.
I'm there in a fucking blazer and tattoos and shit. Like, and he's like, okay. So we get up to his hallway, and the TV's out there, and I take one look at it, and I go, oh my God, this thing is way bigger than I was ready for. It's a 55-inch.
Okay,
so,
but we're still talking like a normal modern day flat screen. You weren't faced with like a CRT or like a rear projection jam.
No. I had seen the photos. I had looked up all the specs. I knew it was heavy because it's like 4 or 5 years old. So I knew that it wasn't like one of these 10-pound babies. It is like 60, 70 pounds.
This is where I was confused when you originally told me earlier, because to me, the idea of a modern flat screen and the adjective lugging it around did not match with me. That's where I was confused. I was like, how do you lug a fucking modern flatty? Don't they weigh like barely 10 pounds, if that?
Lug, I did. And once I got in there and I saw it, I could just look at it, and I saw it with the stand, and I was like, you are a juggernaut. And I tried to pick it up, and I was like, what am I going to do? First, I was like, how am I even going to get this to my apartment? This will not fit in most cars. I was like, wow, you are a dumbass. Your lack of impulse control has screwed you again. I was like, what am I going to do? So I'm super cool just rapping with the kid. I told him already in advance.
With the kid.
Told him already in advance. I was like, I'm going to want to test it when I get there. I'm going to want to see it work, and I'm going to want to test the HDMI ports. Cool. He's already got his shit ready, plugs it in, shows me. He had told me one of the three HDMI ports didn't work. All three work. Great. So he's like,
looking up for Bobby.
Yeah. He's like, yo, I got to go to basketball practice. Where are you going to? And I told him. And he was like, I'll give you a ride. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, because he'd already offered to deliver for a fee. He was like, I'll drive you there. I was like, cool. So fortunately, he helps me lift this beast, loads it into his SUV. Super fucking cool. Like, I couldn't believe it. We take the drive back to, like, the 10-15-minute drive back to my place, where I managed to use all my small talk abilities to have a conversation with Chad Burchill just to keep the fucking talk going, and like talk to him about his upcoming trip to Southeast Asia or something. So like,
man, that's a race against the clock for sure.
Oh, it was a race against the clock. And listen, if this homeboy ever hears this, you were super cool, dude. So don't take offense to me calling you Chad Burchill. You were super fucking cool. You were so gracious. I respect and appreciate you. This is just for the purposes of, look, you were going to basketball practice. Your uniform was Chad Burchill. You were quite a gentleman, and you were a cool guy. So no disrespect. You are fucking awesome. So let's put it out there that Chad Burchill can be super chill and quite kind. So anyway, we get back to my place, and finally, as you know, I live on a 4th floor walk-up. It's about 60 steps, and it's a curly Q stairs going all the way up.
Are they like those old Chicago building steps where, like, they're wooden and shit, so the entire building creaks when you go up them?
It's wood. No, fortunately, it all is like fairly redone, so it's like really nice. But it still is wood. They're like polished. It's slick. So,
dude, ever since I've been in LA, the idea of a walk-up, I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot that was like a thing. Remember, I was telling the Neo Geo story recently. Like, the guy, when he got here delivered, he was like, "Is there an elevator?" And I was like, "Of course there's a fucking elevator. What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know? But yeah, dude, now I remember the struggle is real in Chicago. Every single place that we ever lived in Chicago was always a walk-up. I never lived in a building with an elevator in Chicago.
No, hell no. I mean, they exist, but you have to you're paying a premium for that shit. So we get it there. He also lifts it into the main entryway of the building. He's like, do you want a hand bringing it up? And I was like, aww. He already was like 10 minutes from basketball practice. I was like, bro, listen, you've already done me a huge favor by helping me, driving it here and helping me bring it into this building. Like, if you want to help, I'll take the help. But honestly, it's a 4th floor walk up. Like, I can call someone to help me. Like, if you want to help, that's cool, and of course I'll accept it. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it's gonna suck ass.
Yeah.
And he was like,
ain't nobody down for a 4th floor walk up, bro.
No, if I had an extra 20 on me, I would have handed it to him, and I regretted not preparing. Lesson learned. I would have dropped him a 20 instantly, and 20 was not enough for that job. Let me tell you, 20 is not enough. But I would have hit him with 20 just to bring it upstairs. So we drop it in the entryway. I bring up all the speakers and everything, and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm like, I have a homie who lives a couple blocks away, and I was like, I could call him and see if he's home from work, but if he's not, it'll be like 4 hours. I can't leave this here. So I was like, look, let me give it a shot. I even just figuring out how to pick this thing up was brutal. And it was, I mean, this thing is huge. It's like 3/4 of as tall as I am. It's big, and it's bulky, and it weighs half what I do. It's big. So I slowly but surely, with multiple times, either almost falling or almost dropping it or almost tumbling back down the stairs.
Back down the stairs from whence you came.
I came this close multiple times to slipping straight backwards down the stairs with this TV on me. And I was like, no joke, I seriously could have really injured myself and easily could have broken the TV multiple times. When I got it like halfway up, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it the rest of the way. But I managed to get it all the way up here. So stoked, get it up here, plug the switch in. What do I find? Well, due to what essentially amounts to ignorance, I did do my due diligence in researching specs. But the problem was what I had researched was refresh rate. What I did not research properly was input lag. And it turns out that this TV is massively notorious for serious input lag. So I start playing, and I turn on the Switch, and I'm noticing when I touch the fucking button, there's a significant, like, 3/4 second delay before something happens on screen. And I'm like, oh,
God.
I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, you asshole. I start Googling. It's like everywhere. Posts from like 3-4 years ago, people being like, oh, even more, like 5 years ago, people being like, what the fuck? This TV is notoriously input lag. Oh my God, if you're a gamer, this is not usable. Oh shit, I can't play shooters. I can't play fighting games. And I was like, well, all I do is play Twitch games that require frame perfect input. I can't play Celeste or Salt and Sanctuary with this shit. So I was like, what the fuck? I'm so screwed. But I did my homework, and I now have it routed with a cable that goes HDMI to VGA with a built-in 3.5 millimeter plug to get audio. And the only downside to this is it's slightly less bright, it's slightly less crispy HD, and there is around the top and bottom, there's like a maybe like an inch black bar, and on the right side there's like a 2 to 3 inch black bar, and weirdly enough, none on the left. So with all that aside, barring all that, it is now frame perfect, 0 input lag, full audio. So full on 55-inch TV, ready to rock, full fucking surround sound system that I haven't even come close to hooking up yet. $120. Done.
That is absolutely a tale of triumph. 100%.
That is a tale of triumph.
To be clear, you fixed the input lag issue by routing the HDMI signal through a VGA adapter.
That is correct. So even after going through every single setting,
that's fucking brilliant right there.
I managed to reduce the input lag significantly by changing all the settings and stuff to like whatever game setting and turning off all post-processing, etc. Made a significant difference. It was enough where I could play Celeste, but everything was floaty. Salt and Sanctuary not playable. Celeste was a little floaty but playable. But you need to be frame perfect to play any game seriously, especially a game like Celeste.
Sure.
So I was like, basically, however, I mean, movies look incredible on this. I mean, definitely there are certainly better TVs without question. I mean, but for 120, including a surround sound system, you cannot get a better deal than that for a 55-inch TV. Not a fucking chance. So, I mean, I made it work. It has the VGA makes it so for whatever reason there's some kind of processing that's taking place in the HDMI signal that's causing input lag. And
well, sure. I mean,
sucks.
Input lag is relatively. I mean, that's I wouldn't say common, but it's a well-known pitfall, right? Let's do a little bit of service journalism real quick. What model TV is this, and what's the make and model? So we can.
Oh my God.
So we can.
I have it all written down. Do I have? Well, nobody should be. Don't be like me and buy. Okay, it's an Insignia NS-55L260A13.
Man, my man Insignia fucking you on that input lag. I've had a bunch of Insignia TVs. They've usually been pretty okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is the other than that 37-inch Magnavox I bought in 2000.
Oh my God. I can't believe how long we had that fucking thing around.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I bought that in 2006, and that was the only HDTV I've ever bought.
That was the only flat screen that we had for years.
That's true, actually. Holy shit. That was before flatties became like a cheap and cheerful commodity.
Yeah, it was right. It was like right before that. But yeah,
so,
the original factory, that's the only flatty that we had. That's crazy. Hold on.
Yeah.
Before let's pause right here real quick. I left my bowl on my bedside table.
Oh, that's fair.
And I can't reach it right now. So hold on.
I can't live if living is without weed.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right.
So,
perfect.
I mean, I don't know if that story was like anticlimactic. I just felt pretty triumphant that, dude, I mean, I am naturally, of course, I'm a bargain hunter. And I like. I didn't. The thing,
ladies and gentlemen,
also,
Bobby Bao naturally is a bargain hunter.
Well, I also have to be prepared for the fact that I could end up having to move out of the country within the next year, which is keeping me from spending too much money on anything permanent. This 55-inch TV, I am confident that I could make a profit on the TV alone. I bet I could flip it for $150 easy.
Really? When a brand new 50 is only $200?
I mean, a 55 isn't, and 200 for. Let me tell you something, dude. If someone wants to save $50, they will come here and lug it down the stairs to get a 55. Like it is no issue.
I have that 50 that I just got from my my bedroom to replace my old 40, and that 50 is fucking huge. And 5 inches in diagonal display size, 5 inches is a fucking lot. Like,
dude, it is. The first night,
dude, I bet you could turn that thing on and like tilt it like vertically and put it behind you, and it would like light box your entire body probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Yes. the first night I had it in here, I was watching Black Panther, which by the way is fucking awesome.
Oh
and,
yeah. I watched it with Jules as soon as it came out on fucking Blu-ray. So good.
It's amazing. I loved it. And so I was watching it, and there were times when I was like, did I make a mistake? Did I go too big? Because again, I've only watched movies. I haven't even been to a movie in a theater. I've only seen movies on a fucking laptop. That's other than in Poland, I did have it was 24, maybe 27-inch flatty, but I never watched shit on that. I mean, they were watching like Polish TV. I would watch like Polish Millionaire, Polish fucking
do they even
MasterChef
have
Junior.
like 1080p in Poland? I mean,
have what?
1080p in Poland?
Yeah, they got 1080p.
Oh, okay, so broadcast.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not like, I went to IEM in the city I was at, actually with fucking guest VIP badge shit. IEM, like legit.
Oh, so they fuck around. They fuck around in Poland.
Oh yeah, dude, they are crazy ass hardcore gamers in Poland, big time. They don't fuck around with their games. They're
Shout
nuts.
out Poland.
So basically, yes, I have a TV now. It was totally worth it. So for me, saving,
it warms my heart knowing that you're not out there like sitting on a floor with a laptop and a switch and like no furniture and like one single light bulb like hanging over your head because you insist on being such a fucking minimalist. I'm glad to know that you have like a couch and like a TV.
Well, I don't know where you got the idea that I have a couch.
Oh shit, was that too much?
Everything you just said is fairly accurate. Except instead of no furniture, I'm sitting on the floor. I'm sitting on a mattress.
Oh man, you are in for quite a shock when you get to our spot in LA, dude. I'll tell you that.
Dude, I'm living pure minimalism because if I go too far and I have to leave, I'm gonna be like, oh great, now what? What do I do with all this shit?
It's really not that big a deal. I mean, we picked up and moved from Chicago to California, and it really wasn't that serious. I mean, granted, Poland is a great deal farther away.
I couldn't bring. It's not like I could bring any fucking furniture there.
Oh, well, I mean, fuck that.
Well, also, I mean, they furnish all their apartments anyway.
I mean, how much furniture do I really have? Like, I have a desk, a bed, and like a $20 coffee table and a couch. You know, that's not really. And I usually re-buy all of those things every time I move to a new place.
Right. So no, dude. I mean, I just like I don't care. Like I definitely
that much is clear.
I need to get a couch and stuff, I guess, so I could like sit in the living room, sit on my bed. But I really don't mind. You know, I chill out with the cats and just fucking smoke and hang and do my thing in private.
Mat or something that you chill on.
Say what?
You have like a tatami mat or something?
No, just sit on the bed.
Oh.
A tatami mat. I should get a tatami mat. They're not very comfortable to sit on, though.
No, I suppose not. In other news today, not well, I guess you could easily make a stretch to say it's video game related. Apple had their big keynote today. I don't know if any of you are down with the Degreelessness Twitter account, but I was live tweeting the event. And needless to say, I was not impressed.
I don't know why you got such beef with these new phones. I watched the event in 180 seconds, which is an amazingly put together video, and it also made me be like, damn, they're killing the fucking game. All these new phones look dope. Although I'm confused as to whether the R is a bargain model or not.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is.
So why are they saying it's the best LCD screen?
Because it. See. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why they say shit like this. It's an LCD screen. LCD technology is fucking ancient when compared to the type of display that is in almost any comparably priced competitor's phone. All modern phones use an OLED screen, an OLED screen, which are far, far, far superior to any type of LCD, whether or not you're referring to it as a liquid retina screen. It's still an LCD screen, and it's still shite by comparison. Now, to be clear, that's not to say that it doesn't look good. I'm sure it fucking looks good. I was using an iPhone 7 up until last week, and that thing was fucking fine, right? So, I mean, it still looks good. But when comparing that 7 screen to the OLED screen of the iPhone 10 that I just grabbed, it's the kind of difference that is so monumental, but also has to be seen in order to be understood, right? Like, the best way I can describe it is in the OLED screen of the iPhone X that I have, seriously, it looks like a piece of glowing liquid paper sitting in front of my eyes. Like, it looks like the things that I'm viewing on the screen are physical objects being held in my hand. That's how fucking sharp and vibrant this shit is. It's unreal looking at it.
Wait, bro, is it iPhone 10 or X? I thought it was X.
That's probably my bad. It's pronounced iPhone 10.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, that's some Wii level shit marketing.
Yeah, right. And now we have the iPhone X/10s, S Max, and R. Like, man, Apple, just can you get the fuck out of here with the lowercase letters slapped onto the end of your goddamn product?
So which is the good one?
The one with the most technology in it, because that's the kind of terms we need to use to really describe it, is the XS and the XS Max.
Yeah, the Max. How big is that screen?
Slightly bigger. I think they said 6.5. It's slightly bigger than like an 8 Plus right now.
How big is it? Oh,
so
shit.
It's technically it's the biggest screen that they've ever put in a device. Not quite Samsung fucking Note size, but like we're getting there.
That's cool. When does it come out?
I think it ships the 21st.
Whoa, because I'm so in the market for a phone.
See, I'll tell you this. I just picked up a 10, like literally 3 days ago. And
so were you like, fuck?
No, obviously I knew that this announcement was coming, and I also, for the most part, knew what was in it, knew what it was about, right? But I went and picked up the 10 anyway, for a few reasons. One, because I'm unable to deny myself instant gratification in all things whenever possible. And I'd been dealing with my iPhone 7 with the busted screen. That was the first, I don't know if I told you that. That's the first time I've ever broken a screen on any smartphone.
Oh, how'd you break it, Dish? Tell me you were drunk.
No. However, no cap, no lie. I was in the studio dancing around, and I was holding the phone in my right hand as I was dancing around, and as I whipped my arms around in some cruel parody of actual rhythmic movement, my phone fucking slipped ever so lightly against the corner of the studio chair, but with that combined with the awkward movement of my arm and the speed of that movement was enough to send the phone flying out of my hand and across the entire loft.
And you have no case and no screen protector.
No case, no screen protector. That shit went down fucking hard.
Wow, no case. Dude, no case and no screen protector. You sowed your own poison, bro.
Yeah, I got what I deserve. I reaped what I sowed. 100%. However, again, in my own defense, I've been using iPhones since the 3GS, and I've never had a case on them, and I've never put a screen protector on them, and this is the first time ever that I have damaged the screen, even in a minor capacity.
That's so crazy.
So, I'm not saying that excuses me, but I am saying like, hey, come on, give your boy a break. But anyway, so I've been dealing with that for like 4 months. And the thing that I've noticed about when you bust your phone screen, when you first break it, you're like, oh fuck, I have to get a new phone. I have to get a new phone. I have to get a new phone. But if you ignore that impulse, either through intent or because you're simply too poor to replace your phone, as it was in my situation, after a week or so, I found out, and previously I could never understand how people could deal with having the cracked screens on their phones. I was like, how do you not get that replaced absolutely immediately? I would never be able to deal with that. I've come to find out that if I ignore the feeling and the desire to immediately go replace it for like a week, you get used to that shit real fucking fast, dude. I am not proud of the amount of time that I spent using a fucking phone with a cracked screen. It was truly, truly shameful. But anyway, so I went to go get 10, and I dealt with it for months, but that day, for whatever reason, I was like, no, I cannot deal with it for even 1 hour longer. And I even clocked out of work early to walk down the block to go get that new phone, because at that moment I decided I just simply couldn't deal any longer. But I spoke to the woman at the store, and I was like, you need to confirm your return policy for me, because while I don't expect Apple to unveil anything within the next 2 days that will make me want to replace this with whatever they unveil, in that event I do want to be covered. However, derp derp, womp womp, surprise surprise, they did not reveal anything that that made me regret my purchase. It's the exact same phone, the same fucking design, the same exact form factor, with a little more bells and whistles. Bells and whistles in terms of things that you can't even see, notice, or understand, like billions of transistors or the A12 Bionic chip. Like, the fuck does that mean to anybody? Nothing, I don't think. And like, as I was tweeting, like, dude, tell me, Bobby, have you ever at any point thought, man, this app that I'm using on my phone would be better if my phone was faster?
Never.
Not
since I got 6S Plus. Definitely when I was rocking whatever I was rocking before, which is, I don't know, garbage. Whenever I was rocking straight trash, yeah. But never, even today, with the 6S Plus that I got in like February of 2016.
Yeah, dude. Like, what do you like? Oh man, Instagram certainly would run better if I had a faster iPhone.
No, I don't give a fuck, dude. I mean, I played Vainglory for a while, which is a hardcore MOBA. I mean, they may have increased the specs now, but it ran fine.
That's an interesting point, but maybe I'm underestimating the amount of people that actually play games on their phone. I never play a single game on my phone.
It's fine. Oh, dude, I tried Fortnite on this shit. I actually tried it, unplayable, of course, but it ran fine.
Yeah, interestingly enough, like, I don't understand why we need to keep making phones faster. They've run out of things that need that much fucking horsepower. Did you know that the iPhone X is more powerful in every sense of the word than the Switch?
Wait, brother, you are confusing me.
How?
Do you know why you're confusing me?
No, I don't. I'm high.
Is it iPhone X or iPhone 10?
They're one and the same.
Yeah, but one of the names is right and one is not.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. You just called it iPhone X, and before you were like, it's iPhone 10.
My belief is that it is correctly pronounced iPhone 10. However,
how do you not know this?
However, because I only, in my line of work, I only ever have to type it. I don't say it out loud. And that's the real actual reason. And probably the actual reason behind why I pronounce it iPhone X is because I usually am only referring to it by typing in text.
All right, well,
and in text,
it's time to settle this.
Yeah, please do. So, anyway, yeah, dude, an iPhone 10 is more powerful than a fucking Switch, dude. Far more powerful than a Switch.
But how, dude? That sounds like bunch of malarkey to me, brother.
Look it up right now.
I
promise, dude. An NVIDIA Tegra chip is like 5 years old at this point and doesn't even come close to the performance of an A11 chip or whatever is in an iPhone 10 right now. Not even close.
Oh, what?
I'm pretty sure that the name of the chip in an iPhone 10 is called an A11. Okay. That's the name of the chip.
You just said a lot of things so fast, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, okay, but wait, I still don't believe for a second. Here's the thing. If the iPhone could run Celeste, why is it running Celeste? Other than the fact that you can't control it.
Because that's why. Because you can't control it. Like, they had some dude come out, and they also said this at the Bethesda E3 conference, which I'm amazed that they had the audacity to mention a touchscreen game at E3, which one would think would be a place for actual real game announcements. And yes, I'm sorry, any game that you control exclusively with the touchscreen is not a real game. It's a mobile game. There's a difference. I know that maybe that's a controversial opinion, but I don't give a fuck.
No, I mean, it's fair.
I am not here for an Elder Scrolls game that I need to control by touching a screen with my fucking thumbs.
No, well, if the control feels inferior,
I am not here for that.
Then no, of course not.
I mean, it's a cool novelty to be able to control games like, oh, look, I'm playing Chrono Trigger, I'm tapping around the screen. But even playing fucking Chrono Trigger, that shit is still a goddamn pain in the ass to control it with a fucking touchscreen.
Yeah, it's a hassle.
It's ridiculous. And if you can't figure out how to make an RPG from the Super Nintendo era, arguably one of the most simplistic control schemes in existence, if you can't even make that tolerable with the fucking touchscreen, like,
you're
an
asshole. I mean, I finished it. Like,
did you really?
Tolerable enough. Say what?
I said, did you really? You cleared a Chrono Trigger game?
Bro, I cleared the fuck out of Chrono Trigger and out of FF8.
Bro, I cleared the fuck out of Chrono Trigger.
Oh, dude, I finished Chrono Trigger. I'm pretty sure I did it on an iPad, though.
I don't remember the Chrono Trigger, but I do know that the FF8 clear was on an iPad, yes.
Dude, my exploits with fucking RetroArch for a while were really insane.
God. We didn't mention
There was one winter where I went nuts.
We didn't mention it the other episode, but I recently have gotten RetroArch on my Switch. And, oh boy.
Walls.
Dude.
That's so hot.
Portable Resident Evil 2, Chrono Cross, dude.
Have you played RE2 yet? On it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I played it for like 2 hours when I was lying in bed the other day.
And it plays great.
Oh, yeah. The only issue that I ever have with running RetroArch on portable devices is with the PlayStation Core and the audio having like a syncing buffering issue. But other than that...
Which means what in practice?
It means that the audio crackles sometimes.
To those of us who don't, Oblos asshole. The crackles. What sometimes? Define sometimes, please.
Like in a cutscene in FF8, the audio will be crackling and not synced when you're summoning a GF, which stands for Guardian Force and not Girlfriend.
So is it like?
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's up. So anyway, all I'm saying is like, yo, Apple, if you're not gonna show me a phone that looks different, get the fuck out of here. That's really all I'm saying. You know, I understand, you have to keep updating the internal specs of the device to keep it competitive and give people a reason to go buy more and shit like that. Like, I get it. I understand all that. Steve Jobs ain't here anymore. He's not going to rap you across the fucking knuckles with the ruler for not innovating and just trying to maximize profits and shit. Like, I get that. I feel that. It's fine. It's fine. But when
have they put out a new product since he died? Anything new?
The only thing I would say that would actually qualify is the Apple Watch, and I'm pretty sure that it's been confirmed that was in development before he passed.
It had to be.
It had to be. Right, and also the Apple Watch.
He died, and they were like, "Oh shit, let's come out with a watch in 2 years."
Yeah, exactly. So it had.
Good thing that asshole's gone.
Yeah, exactly. So it probably had to have been in development already. So no, they fucking have not.
Okay.
I mean, new product, sure. I guess there's like the iPad Pro with like the Apple Pencil and shit, which
still not a new product. No, iPad Pro, while amazing, is not a new.
No, it's not a new product. And the form factor, it's really, I mean, as petty and ridiculous a criticism as this is still very relevant to not only myself, but I imagine a lot of other people out there. Apple, I just want to see some Star Trek shit. Show me some new shit. Show me some stuff that when I look upon it, it makes me gasp and say, holy motherfuck. That is some fucking future shit. That's what I want to see. When we all first saw the first iPhone, I know that was my reaction. And I think it's a safe bet that was most everyone else's reaction too. We saw that fucking iPhone and we were like, God damn it. This mother time traveled into the future, grabbed some sick shit and brought it back to present day. That is amazing. And even so, even though it was a very similar form factor, I still felt the same thing when I saw the iPad for the first time. Not the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is kind of piece. But for definitely the iPhone and the iPad, the first time I looked at it, I was like, that is fucking incredible.
What, iPad?
Huh?
What, iPad?
Yeah, iPad and iPhone. Even though the iPad, in terms of just general design, is just not much of an extrapolation from the original iPhone design. But still, when I first time I saw both those products, I was truly fucking astounded. They were incredible. And now we're at a place where the phones and shit that they're releasing are still using the same form factors and general design that they were using almost 10 years ago. What iPhone do you have right now, did you say?
A 6S.
You have a 6S.
Plus.
Okay. Credit where credit's due. A plus. 6S plus.
It's a big boy.
It's a big boy. It's a thick boy.
It's a thick boy.
Look at the general design of that and tell me that it doesn't look just about identical to an original iPhone design.
It looks like a fucking toilet brush.
I mean, that's what I'm fucking saying. They look generally... To be fair, I mean, sure, I guess it's more closely resembling the 5 and then I guess the 6, right? But still, when did the 6 come out? 2011? These things still look essentially the same.
Yeah,
and
it's stupid.
I'm not saying that they're not fucking amazingly capable smartphones and devices. They absolutely are. They're a wonder of modern technology. They're fucking incredible. But they're just not exciting to me anymore. At the very least, this is what I told myself. I was like, I know I just got this iPhone 10 3 days ago. They're about to announce a new one. And I can go return my phone for the new one if I want. But there's only one thing that I need them to do that I will deem worthy of going back, returning my phone, and getting the new one. Get rid of the fucking notch. It can be the exact same shape, the same fucking screen. Just get rid
you
of
mean
the
at
notch.
The top in the front?
Yeah, the notch.
And that's still there?
It's still there.
No, all their new phones are gonna have that?
The notch remains, dude.
Wow, I don't honestly.
Just like
I don't
the Target
in
Independence Day, the notch fucking remains, dude. It remains.
Dude, so you hate it?
As an original design, the original design of the 10 with the notch, while not great, I understood it. They had to continue to include some form of biometric security after they introduced Touch ID, but they couldn't figure out how to cost effectively put a fingerprint sensor underneath the screen. So if they wanted to do an edge-to-edge screen device, they were going to have to come up with a new method of biometric security, which in this case was Face ID, and hence we have the notch.
Wait, so there's no Touch ID?
No, because there's no touch. There's no button. The Touch ID sensor was always embedded in the home button.
Well, I heard Face ID was incredibly insecure. Has that changed?
They say that it has, but I really doubt it, considering I still maintain that Face ID is a gimmick that they came up with on the fly in order to continue moving ahead with an edge-to-edge screen design and still have biometric security. And what's even more embarrassing, I just found out that some random bootleg smartphone company called OnePlus, I've never even heard of them before. But this company, OnePlus, their new phone, the 6T, has a fingerprint sensor built right into the display. That company figured it out. Apple? Nope. Still using the notch with Face ID.
Well, and yet I still want their phone above all else. I still have no interest in making the switch to Android, and I definitely am interested in buying one of these new bad boys.
And therein lies the genius of Apple, because after all the shit that I just said, ain't nobody got time for your green bubs, dude. No one wants to see your fucking green bubs,
bro.
No one wants to see your fucking green bubs, man. I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to even know about your green bubs. Keep walking, boy. You got green bubs? You just keep on walking, brother.
That's really what I'm
right
saying.
off.
So, you know, I guess I get it. They came out with, like, you know, they updated the specs, whatever. But the only thing I was really looking for, the only thing I was really there for, was a new design without a notch, and I didn't get that. So I will not be trading in my 10 for a 10s because the notch remains.
But would it cost you more money?
I think they would be about the same. But that also just goes to show you how functionally useless their other improvements are. I could go back to the T-Mobile store, hand in my fucking iPhone 10, and replace it with an iPhone 10s for probably no money, and it's still not worth it for me to go do that.
Right.
Because,
I mean, ultimately, it's like, if you're not a professional photographer,
yeah.
What's the fucking difference? The camera already is fucking insane.
Dude,
on that thing.
Already is aeons beyond anything that any reasonable person would ever need. Ever. Remember, like in the, like, you know, or just around Y2K and shit, where everyone all of a sudden was carrying around, like, actual digital cameras, you know, and that weird little nexus between, you know, when cell phones came out and when we started getting actual functional cameras in phones. You know, everybody's carrying around those digital cameras, and they were like, oh, mine's 3 megapixels. Mine's... Dude,
mine was 1.3.
Yeah, the camera in an iPhone 10 is like 1,000-fold better than those fucking things.
Oh, yeah.
There's no functional reason for me to have a better one.
No, I totally fucking get that. I totally get that.
For the same exact price, I could have a 10s, and you know what? I'm not going to bother. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason for it. So that's
on the flip side, it's great news for me, who really wanted a new phone, and I was like, if I go for an 8, I'm sure they'll fucking release something soon.
Dude, I will stab you if you go for an 8 instead of a 10.
No way. I'm going for these fucking... The thing is, I love those thick boys. I think maybe the supersized one might be too big.
No, I'm not talking about size here. The 8, keep in mind, is not an edge-to-edge OLED display. It might be an OLED display, but it's not edge-to-edge. It still has a fucking home button and all that dumb shit.
And you think that's dumb? Home button's dumb?
Yes. Dude, I would not have... Previously, I would not have taken this position, but the fucking edge-to-edge screen on an iPhone 10 is fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. And it's about the same price as like an 8 or an 8 Plus or whatever, the regular 10s. Absolutely get a 10 and not an 8. Absolutely.
All right, cool. When do they ship?
Well, 10s are out right now, and the price just dropped because they announced the 10s. Oh, yeah.
Well, I probably don't have to pay anything. I'm so due for an upgrade.
21st.
I bet I don't have to pay fucking shit, dude.
21st.
This phone is fully paid off.
Wow, really? Well, I guess it is a 6S from like 8 years ago, so.
Yeah. It's a 6S Plus.
6S Plus, the thick boy. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Thick boy.
Moving on from that, man, that got a little out of hand.
Yeah, well, we have something we need to talk about, dude. Something that was a topic of discussion for a long time. We missed on last week's episode, and it's something that I really want to discuss, which is Octomom Piledriver.
Oh, yes, fucking Octomom Piledriver, dude. Good on you, Bobby. What do you got to tell me about Octomom Piledriver?
Oh my God.
What has been your experience with Octomom Piledriver?
All right, so first let's preface this by saying I've got like 40 hours into it. It's a fucking phenomenal game.
You're 40,
if you have even considered buying it, if you have ever enjoyed a JRPG of any kind, buy it. If you like pixel art, buy it. If you like old school JRPG gameplay, buy it. It has none of the trappings of shit like Persona, which, while very cool, too much depth for me. I can't deal with all those systems. Even something like Disgaea is too much now. But, dude, after, like, Chapter 1, oh, my God. Well, the characters who, as I'd like to point out, I learned the first letters of their names spell out Octopath. That's pretty cool, right?
Oh shit! Hey,
pretty cool. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, awesome. So I am now. I'm getting through chapter 3 for everybody. The issue is story. I don't even want to say it sucks. It's nothing. Like I don't care about the characters. I don't care about their individual stories. I can't skip cutscene fast enough. You have to interact with the millions of NPCs, all of whom do nothing to enrich the world. Like, the world building is like absolutely, there is no world building. I am doing skip. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I gave up after like chapter 1 or 2 because I was so bored with everyone's stories. And I don't care if the characters are unlikable, but it keeps making me think about. So first, before I move past this into the metaphysical about that, because that's the aspect I really want to touch on. I think it's important. First, we should talk about the gameplay, battle system. I thought so. Well, how much time have you put into this? How much have you played each character at least?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I did the dumb shit that I personally always end up doing with goddamn RPGs, is that I leave them paused in the background like overnight or something, and I throw off my played time by like 10 plus fucking hours.
I hate that.
God, I fucking hate that, dude. I hate it, and I did it with goddamn Octomom, and I'm very, very angry at myself. But based on what the information you have told me as to how much time played you had when you were at the points that I am at now, I suspect I'm like 20, 25 hours into it. So I've gotten all the characters. I've cleared all chapter 1s and some of the chapter 2s. That's basically where I'm at.
Okay, so you have more than enough experience to understand.
No, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
All right, so my core party is Ulberic with Apothecary, because I did this shit where you
as a secondary job?
Yes, you scum.
That's a very interesting idea.
Well, it's because I learned you scum to steal in Alphen's starting village this fucking axe called the Golden Axe, which is like in the top third axes in the game, and you can get it when you pick up Alphen, and it is so OP, it could carry you all the way through to like chapter 3.
I fucking definitely missed that.
Oh, it's a hyper weapon. It's insane. So I expect him that. Then I do Ophelia, the cleric, with Dancer as her secondary. Oh. I've got Therion the thief with
I have him as
not merchant. What the
job?
What do you have?
I have him as a warrior as a second job, so he can do those AoE attacks to hit everybody.
Oh my god! Oh, hunter! Oh, it's hunter, obviously.
Really? I have not played with the hunter at all. I took one look at that motherfucker and I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the leg trap that delays the enemy's turn until the end is extremely valuable utility for bosses. And then I have
that is cool. That's something that I like.
Dude, yeah. Well,
about JRPGs when they include shit like this that seems more like a page taken from like an MMO combat system playbook, where like things like traps and delaying turns or delaying actions or controlling. Otherwise, like CCing, controlling, locking down enemy characters is very beneficial. When buffing yourself and other party members is very, very beneficial.
This game has that in spades.
Yeah, FF12 was a lot like that.
You must use utility. You must use utility in this game to survive. You cannot. What I do, as you know, in RPGs, my Chrono Trigger team, Chrono, Ayla, Robo, brute force. You cannot brute force this game. That tends to be
how I try to play all our RPGs too.
It's the most fun. That's why I always play a fighter first.
Yeah.
You brute force your way through. Don't worry about the bullshit. Then you can go back. Everyone's like, oh, Skyrim, I always end up playing a sneaky archer. I'm like, really? You pussy?
What? Dude, a sneaky archer?
Dude, you never see these like memes? That's like far and away the most popular class combo. I have like 200
hours in Skyrim for PS3, and I have like the strength and melee stats jacked out the fucking ass, and I just run around with 2 swords. And my whole gameplay strat is to immediately charge up to an enemy and spam the melee attack button.
Right.
I can't imagine playing it any other way.
No, that's simultaneously what makes Skyrim great and
dated.
Ridiculous,
yeah.
So I do like that about Octopath. It's hard for me to get a grip on it because like Therion is the one member of my party who's hard to sit. So the last one is Cyrus. Is that his name? The fucking mage, the scholar, spec for secondary class merchant.
Dude, I love him, especially when his spells start to get more powerful. He's great.
Oh, bro, with him spec with merchant, so he has access to, between him and Ophelia, I have access to all the magics. Because with merchant, you get wind. That's the one class that gets wind magic.
Oh, shit. I did not know.
Really, really important. Plus, merchant has other great stuff like donate BP, which is very cool. Although you never want to donate BP with fucking Cyrus, except for rare circumstances, because he needs all his BP. So it's hard for me because I really want Therion to be DPS, but the break system is so serious. Once you get deeper into it, even if you're power leveled, you need to be working the break system and working people's weaknesses and providing utility, or you will get smoked, especially on bosses. They will smoke you. The challenge is real. I am leveled, and yet I still will get tore the fuck up by the right enemy if I don't play my strats right. Love that. Respect it.
That's very cool. I appreciate a turn-based RPG or combat system that does not allow you to eventually just not look at the screen and mash the confirm button.
No, and this game absolutely will fucking tear you to ribbons if you think you can do that.
I respect that.
Me too. However, again, the fact that the story sucks so much means that I'm just like...
that does not change, to be clear.
I'm to the point. Well, dude, seriously, I couldn't even tell you because I started skipping cutscenes and now I skip everything because I'm so bored. They're all so forgettable. The fact that they don't tie together, apparently they link back up, but the fact that they don't tie together with a big bad means I'm following each of these individual threads that I don't care about with forgettable characters that I don't care about, and they're forgettable side stories that I don't care about, and they're told over pages and pages and pages of
the most
garbage
laborious
lore.
dialogue possible.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't give a fuck about the lore in Skyrim either. I thought that shit sucked ass, but it also didn't play.
I didn't give a fuck about the Dragonborn or whatever.
I don't care about the Jarl of Whiterun. I don't care.
Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't give a shit.
Get the fuck out of here. What was... Oh, dude, all right. I had fucking Farkas, dude. I cared about my boy
that was
Farkas.
your boy. That's the
yeah.
That was your guy.
No, I liked the lore of the Dark Brotherhood. That shit was cool. With the mummy, fun, yeah. The mummy queen who you had to get in her sarcophagus and she talked to you and shit.
That was awesome.
So weird. Yeah, Dark Brother, that was cool. But in general, fuck that. But dude, with Octopath, like, all right, so this is where I originally wanted to get to.
The world was immersive enough so that it didn't matter, and you could create we like created our own little stories in Skyrim.
Right.
You know,
I didn't give a fuck. You can create your own story where you're going around a renegade.
I barely knew what the overarching plot was, but the thing is, in Skyrim, the environment and the atmosphere and like the sandbox, if you will, was so expertly fucking crafted that it didn't matter what the overarching story was. Unfortunately, I feel like in a very linear JRPG like Octopath, like you can't do that. You need an overarching fucking big bad. Even World of Warcraft, a game as open-ended like that, suffers when there is not a big bad at the end of the fucking story. I need to see that shit. Because as great as the battle system is in many RPGs, especially Octomom, like, it's more often than not, for me personally, it is the story that makes me wake up the next day and think, oh man, I can't wait to get back to that game. Because I want to see what fucking happens. And, you know, I don't know, maybe that's not a fucking popular opinion, but like that's what it is for me. And like in fucking Octomom, when there's nothing like that, it's hard for me to be motivated to pick it up again and be like, all right, this looks good. Let's go to another field and go through a bunch of random boss battles and, you know, and I guess.
Well, it's true. And I mean, I am a notorious, like, cutscene skipper. I'm cutscene skipper.
Cutscene skipper.
So I don't mind, but the issue is with the RPG like this, like with Chrono Trigger, there's a lot of story, there's a lot of lore. There's a big... Now, even if they tie this whole thing together with a big bad, it won't matter because it came out of fucking nowhere.
It's already too late. It's already too late for them to do that.
It's already too late. Dude, there's no empire. There's no, like, War of the Kingdoms. There's literally nothing.
Not even an empire?
There's nothing. Dude, there's no like, turmoil in the whole world. There's literally not a fucking thread to connect these stories together. So even if they introduce something, it simply won't make sense. Even if it's like the final battle, oh my God, there's a dragon that came out of nowhere to destroy the world. It's like, all right, cool, well, there's a final battle, but who fucking cares? There is no way at this point that they can redeem themselves and tie the whole story together. Now, juxtapose that against Chrono Trigger, where they take all of these different characters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but might be 8. Chrono, Robo, Ayla, Luca, Marl, Magus, Frog. Am I missing someone? That's 7. If I'm missing someone, I'm going to feel so guilty. Chrono, Robo, Ayla, Luca, Magus, Frog, and Marl. I think that's it. Am I missing someone? Chrono, Robo, Ayla, Luca, Magus, Marl.
No.
Frog.
I don't.
That's got to be it, because I've named it like 5 times and I haven't hit another one. It has to be it.
Yeah.
It can't be that easy for me to name them all off and I'm forgetting. So, okay, 7. But the point is, dude,
that's still fucking 7.
They all had their own
separate
stories.
Characters. Yeah, continue.
Separate. Own stories, side characters, side stories. All of them were engaging, interesting, and they all tied together with each one's individual world being affected by the big bad from like the word go. The entire story, the whole thing happens because the big bad is there. And they managed, I think a lot of it has to do with the really minimal text. There's like the story is told in like, it's like 3 text bubbles and holy shit, you've got the story. They don't drone on and on and on. It's like, oh shit, he came from outer space eating the world. Oh fuck, this is bad, we're gonna die.
Yeah, it's ever present. You know, the threat is bordering on oppressive. Right?
The Black Omen floats there in front of you for half the fucking game.
Dude, it's like when you're leveling up in Wrath of the Lich King, you see Ice Crown Citadel off in the distance during almost your entire leveling process through all of Northrend. It's always there, looming. You know? And like, dude, man, I just feel like that's very fucking important.
I agree. I think it's very important. And I think... I mean, I sadly did not play Bravely Default, so I can't speak to how the story of that was.
Oh my god. That is a great fucking game that they should bring to the goddamn Switch. Why?
Is it the same devs? It's the same devs, right? Acquire? Is that what they're called?
I don't think so.
Bro.
They're both published by Squeenix, but I don't think it's the same devs.
All right, this we need to find out right now. This is really important. Are you checking?
Yeah.
I hear you clicking it.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Clickety.
My fucking... Why the hell is my fucking search hanging? What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Lay it on me, boy.
All right. Developed by Silicon Studio.
And they did not develop Octopath, I take it?
They did not.
All right, well, I stand corrected. All right, then fuck it. Unfair comparison in general.
Still, however, they should absolutely... And there's also Bravely Second, too, which I have not played.
Right, there is a sequel.
And... man, they should bring that to the fucking Switch. If you're loving Octomom Piledriver this much, you will fucking lose your shit over Bravely Default. The thing with Bravely Default is that where Octomom shines, Bravely Default isn't quite as good, and where Octomom fails, Bravely Default triumphs. Like the story and the storytelling in Bravely Default, way better. Nothing fantastic, but it's way fucking better in that there's an actual cohesive linear story.
Right, there's a story.
In that there is a story, yeah.
It's almost like they couldn't figure out how to make 8 stories, or how to make the stories click, so they tried to make it a gimmick that it was 8 different stories and tried to make it like a selling point, and actually it's like, wait, this is actually fucking dumb.
It's just them like covering up some fuck up.
I totally feel that way because the gameplay and everything is so great. The art is insane. Music is relatively forgettable, but I'm enjoying it more now that I can hear it on the TV. But like, dude, the fact that the story is such shoehorned, uninspired trash, I feel like you could have hired some fanfic writer off Reddit to write you something way better than that.
I absolutely agree.
Like, so it feels, it's just really unfortunate. Now, with all that said, I'm still going to finish it. I've come so far. I'm absolutely going to finish it just for the gameplay. I mean, it's becoming very, very difficult. Like, really getting it. Well, part of the reason it's become so difficult is, pro tip, you must have everybody leveled. So.
Well, in what sense? Leveled to the level that it shows on the recommended level?
And I would give it at least a buffer of 2 off that.
That's where I'm stuck right now. I'm in Therion's second chapter. I'm at the fucking boss. And I've gotten, every time I fight that goddamn boss, maybe it's like the big, it's like the governor, the big, huge governor looking character that has the 2 ads that have like an absurd amount of hit points.
Yeah, it's funny because you just described every boss in that fucking game.
That's probably
big ass
true.
Asshole with 2 ads and an insane amount of hit points. That's every fucking boss.
Yeah, and like the thing is that, dude, the encounter is like almost 10 minutes, and every time I die right at the very end at the same fucking point. Because after you kill his 2 ads and he starts to take damage and he breaks, he spawns a last ad that does like, I would say easily half of each one of my characters' HP in an AoE attack like every 4 turns. And I just simply can't keep up with the fucking healing.
You need that leg hold trap, bro.
You might be right.
Fucking get that shit, knock him back, stun his ass, get Ophelia up there, buff him, and I mean, dude, it really is just a matter. You really just gotta grind.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm in some silly cave trying to get, because I think Therion is like 23, 24. I'm trying to get like to at least 25 or 26 before I go back.
That would be smart. So I mean, dude, you have to do it before you give up, because that's the thing. If you give up when you're stuck because of a grind, you're fucked. But the issue that I have is,
I'll be honest, dude, I'm dangerously there right now.
Don't do it. Don't do it when you come that far. It's worth it. The gameplay is worth it. I really want to just say I finished it just because. Yeah. But like, dude, it definitely is. While all the bosses are drawn beautifully and look different, ultimately, the game is very samey. Yeah. After you've seen Chapter 2, you have seen the entire fucking game. Even getting good loot is tough because they expect you to do all the fucking dumb-ass path action stuff, like, oh, go inquire with this guy, which is a little bit different from scrutinize, or you can allure, which is a little different from guide, but they're actually the fucking same. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, some of the path actions are dope. Like, stealing shit with Therion is cool, but like,
I love doing that. I always feel so proud of myself when I swipe something that's like, it has a low percentage of being stealable, and I get it. I always like it.
Well, good, because unless you're gonna grind for $1 billion, that's how you're gonna get all your fucking gear in this game.
Oh,
they force you to use the path actions. They force you to play with all 8 characters. You must continue leveling them all. And I had some of my dudes in the 40s, and I got other dudes who are still in the 20s, which means a lot of grinding just to be able to complete the quests where they have to fight battles alone. Not great. So overall, I mean, if I had to, I think I'd give Octopath a 7 right now. I think a 7 is fair because the graphics are amazing. Soundtrack is okay, but like what it does, it's an homage. It's,
the graphics alone, and this is not something that I think you'll frequently find either of us saying, but the graphics alone are so unique and full of charm and character that they, just by themselves of their own merit, almost justify playing it.
Oh, for sure. I think it does justify playing it. I mean, I don't know if you can get a full, 40 plus hours out of it, but I certainly don't regret the purchase at all. I mean, I didn't anticipate, I always anticipate hating the story anyway. I'm just surprised at how much I really, really didn't care about it, to the point where I just straight up gave up on it and I'm skipping everything. I think that is a bit of a shame. They put all this effort into writing this garbage that I'm just skipping, and it is garbage. And also, for fuck's sake, the writing, why do they have Hunnet, the fucking hunter, speaking like, oh, thou'st Owen in thine own Tumen, and like this really hyper old-timey shit? That is not in the Japanese at all.
Really?
Zero. She speaks in a slightly informal fashion. She does not speak like a knight. I mean, even the only comparison I could give would be if she spoke like Rurouni Kenshin or something, which she does not. There's no excuse for that translation decision. I don't understand why a group of fucking like hunters in the woods would talk like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the dude. I said this about FF15, and it looks like we might be saying it about Octomom Piledriver 2. It's like, it looked like this was going to be a tale, much like your TV story from earlier. And at first, from the outset, it looked like this might be a tale of triumph. However, unlike your TV story, it might turn out to be a little more tragedy than triumph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, look, Octopath is still good. It's still worth the price of admission. I'm so really glad I bought it. I mean, it's a great old school JRPG. I'm so pissed off about all the trappings of modern JRPGs. Dude, I want to like Persona, but I just can't be bothered to be like, oh, let's do our high school friendship simulator. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I couldn't even deal with it when it was Shin Megami Tensei and you'd just do Demon Collection. And that's basically Pokemon. And I still was like, nah, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was so about Shin Megami Tensei, especially when they put out Nocturne on the PS2.
You love Nocturne and Digital Doibles.
Yeah, dude, I started playing that shit. I really liked it, but they were just such a slog that I eventually...
It's a slog. You have to do so much fucking maintenance and not fun maintenance. It's like
eventually I was like, nah, bro, miss me with that shit. I can't.
Yeah, miss me with that shit.
I can't get down with it.
Dude, for your JRPG fix, buy Octopath fucking Traveler, but be prepared that the story is uninspired, fucking contrived, just samey garbage. And the gameplay, while incredible, after Chapter 2, you have seen it all. You have seen everything you are going to see in this game. Once you unlock the second... Although, there are secret classes, bro.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, you didn't know this? Okay, there are four secret secondary job classes. And they are OP as fuck. But you have to be like level 50 to get them.
I mean, that's fucking cool as shit. I mean,
awesome, dude. They are awesome, and I'm really looking forward to that because it's like an end game. Like, yo, fuck these dudes up. Apparently, there's end game content. There are obviously really challenging dungeons, tons of challenging shit in there, which is cool. Like, there's no end to the gameplay. I mean, I'm 40 hours in, and I still have. Holy crap! If I finish this within 20 hours, I'll be impressed with myself. There's a lot of game there, so. Like, you're definitely getting your money's worth. Just be aware of what you're getting yourself into, please. Don't expect Chrono Trigger.
Cautionary tale, boys and girls.
Anybody who ever says this is my favorite game I don't think anyone will ever say that, which I think is kind of sad when it's so close to being there. In terms of the visuals, I mean, it took the 2D style and did something truly original and new by making it seem sort of like a 3D diorama or whatever. Were we able to figure out, has any game done that before?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Which to me is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were just saying. I mean, the graphics alone practically justify this game as a purchase. It's so it's so good. But so unfortunately it looks like the conclusion is it's a complete flop in the story department. But on the plus side, in the gameplay and graphics department, it's fucking stellar.
Massive success in the graphics. It's good in the gameplay department. My issue is that, I mean, all RPGs will become samey, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, you learn Chrono Trigger, unless you really grind, you're picking up those last abilities like Luminaire deep into the game. You were like I don't even remember around what time you would get Luminaire if you were like playing like a normal person, but you were not getting the really elite abilities until a while in. You can grind up your job points real fast. I don't know. I feel like I haven't done anything new in the game in like 20 hours other than grinding up my shitty dudes who I don't even want to be playing with just so I can get them through their stories, just so I can finish this thing. I just want to finish it now. I want to be done with it. Like, what is that? What kind of review is that?
I don't know. An honest one.
Well, I wanted to wanted to get into the other game that I've been playing a lot of, which is killer, and that is Salt and Sanctuary. Are you aware of this?
I'm not familiar with this shit at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to have time to get into this now, but I do want to mention it. So Salt and Sanctuary, in short, from what I understand as having limited experience with the actual series, Salt and Sanctuary is a 2D pixel art side-scrolling Dark Souls.
Wow.
Complete with parrying, tech rolls. You collect salt instead of souls to level yourself up. Items, weapons, equipment, open world, Metroidvania style shit. Gigantic Castlevania style bosses.
Holy shit.
Dark gothy, extremely bloody gameplay. Multiple classes including chef.
Dude, gee, hold on. I'm checking this out on Iggy right now.
Dude, $17.99 on Switch. To me, it's an instant. I'll tell you this. Remember I told you all those issues with Bloodborne? I think it never clicked because it was 3D.
This is fucking ridiculously hot looking.
Oh, dude, I highly recommend you boy it. I highly recommend you boy it. Because it's really, 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 really good.
This is fucking cool. I bet it looks even, wow. Yeah, this is phenomenal looking.
It's beautiful. It's very, very fucking difficult, as you would imagine. It's punishing. But just like the Souls games, when you fuck up, like, there's always a way the game might as well hold the get good sign up at you.
Wait, hold on, say that again?
The game might as well constantly hold the get good sign up at you. When I get so pissed off and I'm ready to throw the fucking Switch, and I'm just like, no, I only lost because I suck. I'm the one who sucks, not the game. I'm the one who sucks. I have to stare that in the face. So, dude, so we're gonna have to get into that another time. I suggest you pick it up also because there actually is a way to do co-op in that game. Although it's one of those things that's like fucking Tales of Destiny. Remember, what's that fucking item called, dude? If you can tell me the name of this item right now, I swear to God, I will edge you so hard. What's the name of the item that you get in Tales of Destiny that enables co-op play?
Oh, Jesus fuck.
What's it called, dude? What's it called? Don't look.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't either. I think it's something with a C.
Oh man.
Is it?
It's not a circlet or a cross.
It can't be a circlet. That's too simple. That was the first thing I thought. It's too simple. It can't be circlet. It has to be something a little bit more weird.
Dude, I don't know.
All right, can you run a Google, dude. Bro? Can you run a Google, bro?
Yeah, let's find out.
Let's find out, please.
What is this thing fucking called?
Oh wait, don't tell me. Oh, it's called channeling, dude. It's called channeling.
Oh my God, you're
channeling.
right.
It's called channeling.
It's the channeling. That's what it's called.
Dude, tell me you're impressed that I
am beyond impressed.
Tell me this. Were you looking at it when I said it?
No, I have not found it yet.
Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say, did we have like a hardcore psychic link? I can't believe my brain, dude, the librarian in my brain was running through the stacks, dusting off books, like find it. It's the channeling, bro.
Oh my God. That's it. Dude, I can see in my head the exact frame in that cave where you get it.
Oh, yes. You go down in this little cavern, you go off to the path, you go down into the left, and it's in a little tiny room, and you pick that shit up, and it's like so inconsequential, and then you can do 2-player.
Dude, you're Stan Aileron, dude.
Stan Aileron, bro.
Dude,
what's his girlfriend's name?
Ruti. Is Ruti?
Yeah, Ruti.
Bitch?
Yeah, and their kid is the leader of the hero of TOD2.
Which, unfortunately, to this day, you can only play. Remember, we got a Japanese PS2 to play that game, and then didn't. Because it's so fucking hard to get through. You need a script in order to play it. There still has not been a translation of it, which is terrible. But the original Tales of Destiny does one of my favorite things in an RPG, which is it does the fake out ending. where you kill the last boss and you go home and start trying to remake your life in the quiet village for a little bit, and then something terrible happens and you have to rush back out.
Right.
And save the world for real. That was so fucking cool. That is one of the things that makes Tales of Destiny one of my all-time favorite JRPGs. I'm actually playing it right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm playing it on my Switch right now.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Not this exact moment.
I also like that you can end that game by beating Leon at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That's a dude's name, right?
It's almost impossible, but yes, you can.
But yes, if you beat him, you beat the game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wow. Well, then the next thing we need to get into next time, well, holy shit, who knows what we'll get into next time, but I'm sure we'll have some Salt and Sanctuary on our fucking plates. It is co-op. I definitely want to see what that's like with 2 fucking people. It must be chaos.
Oh, man. Dude, when you're here, you'll have your Switch and shit. We can play a whole bunch of co-op shit like that. That'll be fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. All right, so with that said, I mean, I have kind of monopolized this episode a little bit with my.
It's funny that I always feel self-conscious about potentially having monopolized every episode. So if you monopolize this episode, I think that's great.
Oh no, certainly not. No, I like when you lead.
I'm sure people are more than tired of hearing my fucking ass.
No, I'm glad. Well, I had to tell. The TV story was a big deal. It was just such a triumph and just a tale of don't give up. Work that Craigslist angle if you need to save a little dough. I mean, I probably ended up saving on a 50-inch. I saved at least $100. I mean, I almost killed myself, but dude, all said and done, at least $100. You also got a surround
sound speaker system.
I have not even set that up yet. Dude. It has a sub. He said the sub doesn't work, but he gave me the sub anyway.
That's nothing to shake a stick at, bro.
No, it's certainly not. So with that said, also while we were on this call, I got the last Crystal Hearts in Celeste and beat it yet again. So I am now in the position where I can finally go to the core, which is the final stage that I've never seen, which is like the secret after stage, which I'm very excited about. Shit.
Well, we've done about an hour and a half, which is great considering I don't even think we were intending on going that long. Also, just a quick note. Shout out to my World of Warcraft guild. We got a world top 88 kill.
It's crazy.
Like, as in, out of the tens of thousands of guilds in the world, we were the 88th guild to kill Mythic fucking Talok on Tuesday when Mythic opened.
Tens of thousands of guilds in the world?
Yeah, and we were ranked 88 yesterday.
Wow.
Top 100.
That's awesome.
So that was a very big moment for us.
Congratulations.
Thanks, dude. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Degreelessness episode 10 or episode X.
Episode X. It is 10, by the way. It's pronounced 10.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. But again, thank you everyone for listening all the way through. If you have indeed, please like, or if you think we're a bunch of buffoons, download the shit out of it.
Comment, say I'm not funny. Say something.
Yeah, by all means, tell us that we're fucking
I don't care if it's a dissenting opinion. Just have an opinion.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That dude gave us some inspiration. I'm like, yo, look, we need to worry about how topical is too topical.
Definitely a danger. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode. We will see you next week. As always, we love you today. We love you all the way.
Arrivederci.